A dog does a million things every day. When a dog does something, does he know that this is him doing it? In other words, are dogs aware of what they do? Dogs' environment is particularly rich and complex from the social point of view. They live with their human family, but they also encounter different individuals every day. Due to the evolutionary and developmental advantage of living in human social groups, dogs may develop some building blocks of the ability to represent the self. For example, they may be able to represent their own actions. To test mental representation of own actions, scientists trained a group of 10 dogs to repeat their actions upon request.
Repeat.
Repeat.
Dogs were then tested on their ability to reproduce actions not included in the training.
Repeat.
We also wanted to know whether dogs remember their own actions relying on episodic memory. Episodic memory is memory of past events that were not known to be important at the time of encoding. For example, if someone would ask me, "What did you have for breakfast this morning?" As I did not expect this question, I would have to mentally travel back in time, imagining myself back in my terrace and remembering that it was a sunny day and that I was with my dog and that I shared with her some fruit and cheese. In humans, this type of memory is thought to be linked to self-awareness, because to remember the past event, one has to mentally represent the self in the past.
To test episodic memory of own actions, the scientists devised repeat tests that were unexpected for the dogs. The tests featured everyday life situations. The owner just watched for actions performed spontaneously, which could be potentially repeated. As soon as the dog performed a well-identifiable action, the owner unexpectedly asked him to repeat.
Repeat.
This way, the test recruited episodic memory.
In other words, if the dog repeated the action upon hearing the command, it had to recall what it did just a few seconds earlier. To our surprise, dogs successfully repeated the actions even if we tested them unexpectedly in everyday life situations.
So we gave the dogs a challenge and inserted a delay between their spontaneous action and the repeat command. Would they still remember what they did?
Repeat.
The dogs remembered their own actions, although they tended to forget with the longer delays. They remembered what they did for at least 20 seconds and 1 minute, and some of them even after 1 hour.
This study provides clear evidence for representation and episodic memory of own action. In our view, this is a very important building block to the complex ability of representing the self.